All right. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Motivation. I am so happy that you are here. Your day is going to be so prosperous, so beautiful, so amazing. Why? Because you're going to believe that that's what it's going to be. You're already thinking that you're going to receive something, whether it's a hug, a hello, a gift. Whatever it's going to be, some type of blessing, something that's going to benefit you today. I am so excited because that's what's going to happen because you're speaking it. You're going to do it. Go ahead and say it. I am going to receive something that is going to benefit me. And in return, I will be able to benefit somebody else. Yes, this is what we are here for. This is what morning motivation is all about. As well as we're going to share a few things that's going to help you continue your shift in your mindset, your shift to be able to um, just be able to think your life better. That's it. Think your life better. And so you guys already know what we're about over here. We're over here about getting you to feel like you can soar through life, getting you to feel that you are flying in your purpose. And I want you not only just to get up because you have to, I want you to get up because you want to. See, it's two different things. And so that's what morning motivation is all about. And this week, we are talking about overcoming setbacks. Overcoming setbacks. Yes, overcoming setbacks. Now, go ahead if you have not already while we're warming everything up because we're getting ready to jump into it. Go ahead and share this. Go ahead and tag somebody. Listen, because overcoming setbacks is not just something we experience alone. Overcoming setbacks is something everybody in this entire world experiences. I don't care who you are. Everybody in this world experiences setbacks. So go ahead, share this, go ahead and tag somebody in this so that they can go ahead and jump in on this. Now, if you were here last week, what did we talk about last week? Last week, we talked about a woman becoming a woman with, listen, okay? That thing was so good. I promise you, I was teaching myself as I was going along. No joke. Okay, so even just to give you an example, I'm not saying that to be funny. To give you an example, one of the things I'm on is I'm not necessarily on a weight loss journey, but I'm trying to tone and I'm trying to be healthier in my body, in my temple. I am trying to do better. And one of the things is I like snacks. I like chocolate. I like these things. But here's the thing. I know that I am not getting what I can do out of my workouts and I know the results are not as good just because I know I'm sneaking, not sneaking, I don't have to sneak, I'm a grown woman, but just because I know I'm eating these things. And so one of the things that got me when I was listening to that is, you know what? Every day that I wake up, I have an infinite amount of not of choices, but of an opportunity to make the right choice. An infinite amount of opportunities to make the right choice. And so I was thinking, I was like, man, in each one of those moments, I did not make the right choice for what I said I wanted. And so to become a woman without limits, you have to decide to one, acknowledge that, and two, to be strong and brave, because remember we talked about bravery, and brave enough to make that choice, to step away from the things that we do, to step away from the things that we are comfortable with doing into the things that we're not so comfortable with doing. So that was my transformation from last week. You share yours. If you were here last week, share yours. If you were not here last week, go ahead. You can go on my website. You can go on this page, as well as Instagram, wherever you want to go to watch it, and watch all of the week. I promise you, you will receive a transformation. So this week, let's not take the focus off this week because we're now, right? We're focusing on now, and it's overcoming setbacks. So if you hear, this is what you need to hear, and as well as go ahead, like I said, share and tag people into this so they can get this. And so about this series is, you know what, first of all, what are setbacks? Setbacks are simply plans that did not stay on the path we wanted them to stay on, right? Pretty much paths that were just railroaded. We can think of Any time in your life of where you say, I'm going to go in this direction, but then life says, psych, you're going over here. So if you listen, not if you, I know you've had those moments. Listen, if you're human walking around, you've had those moments. Listen, okay. Um, so yeah, so your ideal plan, your ideal plan did not go as planned. So and what we're going to do is we're going to deal with how we respond to these things. Now, everybody, even though we all have setbacks, we all respond to setbacks differently. And the way that we respond to them is going to determine whether we are going to really overcome them. So the first thing we're going to do, or the first set of people we're going to talk about, are people who actually like put blinders on to setbacks, right? So people who one, they see the signs that setbacks are coming, right? Because some people can now there are setbacks that come and they just hit you and you were like, I did not see that coming. And then there are setbacks where you walk into setbacks and you know that it's going to be a setback, but and I'm getting too early in my little thing, but I'm not gonna get too early. I want to walk this through. So yeah, so it's two types of people, right? That did like with when it comes to something like that, right? So like I said, by the end of the week, you will be able to identify, adapt, and pivot. That is the critical key here. By the end of this week, I want you to be able to identify the setback, adapt, and pivot, right? Because setbacks are not supposed to stop us. Setbacks are not supposed to say, you know what, I'm just going to stop and I ain't doing nothing else. No, another growth opportunity. That's what a setback is another growth opportunity to say, ooh, or another simple opportunity. Because a lot of times we're so bent on going this way that we don't see the opportunity in this path. And we don't look at it like that. We look at it as, number one, we look at it as saving face. So because we said, we put it out there, we put it on Facebook, we let the world know, hey, I'm going to do this. This is exactly how I'm going to do it. Ain't no other way. This is how we're going to do it. And because you said that, you feel that you don't have room to pivot. When in actuality, you do. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Look at my Facebook. I've had to make so many pivots in my life when it comes to starting my business, when it comes to my life, when it comes to making decisions for my family. I have had to pivot. When it comes to simply growing in my marriage, I have had to pivot because I was not always right. What? I said that? Rewind. I was not always right. So I had to pivot, right? Okay. So one of the things I failed to mention to say before moving on is a lot of people look at setbacks as if when you think so a lot of people look at setbacks as if you were saying the phrase, if you can't see me, or if I can't see it, it can't see me. And so we go and we say, whatever, I see it, but I don't see it. And so it's not going to have anything good when you know everything is telling you it ain't working out good. Okay. So now we're trying to save face, right? So then the next thing we're trying to do is we're trying to prove success to other people. I was there. I ain't trying to point fingers, except these. Look, they all point at me. Right? Not just trying to save face, but you're trying to prove success to other people. So because it didn't go in this fashion, it's like now you're trying to think of, okay, I gotta make it go this way. I gotta make it do what I need it to do. When ultimately, no, you just trying to prove your success to other people when that's not the case. You don't need to do that. We're not doing that anymore. Please type in the chat, I am not proving my success to anyone else. And I'm going to bring this all in by the end of this. And you're going to be like, oh, I got you. Okay. And then number 3 is we think that whenever a setback comes, that it means that we fail forever, that we're now labeled a failure. Not so. You are not a failure. You are a woman who is living life. You are growing, and you are simply living in moments where sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. That does not make you a failure. It makes you human. That's what it makes you. The person who is a failure is a person who refuses to adapt, and pivot. Someone who is stuck and not trying to do better or improve. That is a failure. Because I don't want to say there are no failures. That's a failure. All right. You need to be able to identify, adapt, and pivot. And that's what we're doing today. That is what we're doing. And by the end of this week, you're going to have it mastered. I know you are. Okay. So here are the things. When I talk about saving face and trying to prove it, you are living your life for an audience. Oh, let me rephrase this. All right. So now you're thinking about those 3 points. Here's what I want you to begin to rethink. Let's shift. Let's begin to pivot. And I want you to think about this. For those who are trying to prove and those who are trying to save face. Okay. You are living your life for an audience of one in order to impact many. You are living your life for an audience of one, God, to impact the lives of many. Now, whatever you do, whatever your purpose is, that's what it is. Your life is only to be proven to an audience of one to impact the lives of many, because the things that God pours into you is not just for you. It is for you to reach out and touch other people, right? It is for you to benefit other people. Notice what I said in the beginning, people to benefit you in order for you to benefit them, okay? Because the moment you stop giving, guess what? Everything else that's supposed to come to you stops. Why? Because you are full now. You are full. And when you are full, you cannot accept anything else. So you have to give in order for things to constantly move in and through you. Boom. Okay. So that's your first mindset shift. Begin to look at that and think about that. Are you living a life for one, or are you living a life for many, right? You should be living a life for living you you are living your life for an audience of one in order to impact many. So a lot of people have it switched around. A lot of people have it that they are living a life for an audience of many in order to try to make an impact on God. Can't do that. All right, so let's move on. Now, this week or this today and through the week, I challenge you to identify I skipped one. You're busy trying to do 1 through 3, right? Save face, trying to prove up to others and thinking that you're a failure, right? So you're busy trying to do 1 through 3 because you don't have a clear and precise focus. I know my focus or purpose, right? I know what that is. And so whenever I get on a path, I might think it's right in the beginning, but the moment I say, "Ooh, that's not lining up," God, I hear you. It's not lining up. I need to go shift just right there. Okay, good. So then I shift, but then I'm not stopped, because the reason I know to turn is because the setback came. That's how I know to pivot, or that's how I know to grow, or that's how I know to mature, because the setback came. And so then I say, "Okay, God, what? And okay, that's where I need to go." All right. So in another way, the reason I hear a lot of people say, "Well, how do I hear God? How do you know? How do you hear God?" You got to get focused. You got to get to know who you are. What are you called to do? When you know what you're called to do and you hit that setback, or you think like it just don't mesh up, it's okay. I don't got to prove nothing to you or nobody. You need to say the same thing. Only person I'm proving to is God. God, make sure I'm going in the right direction. And once you get that and you have a focus, it's not that your focus change or your purpose change. It simply changes. It pivots you in order to get you closer to what the goal is. Okay? All right. So let's get on. Okay. So this is the challenge. Now we're moving on to the challenge, because we need to I'm trying not to hold y'all long, it's 15 minutes. All right, so I challenge you to identify your focus this week, right? So that's one of the things. 1 through 3 will only be helped by one, identifying who you are, what your purpose is. Because when you know your purpose and you know who you are, then it doesn't matter the setback, your purpose in life does not change. And so you simply shift in order to meet the purpose. That's it. That's it. So identify what those are. What is your focus? What's your purpose? Talk to God. All right. And if you need more clarity on that, I do have what is called a balance course, which talks about purpose. And it talks about a lot of things that come in and to distract us from our purpose because we are trying to prove ourselves to other people. So if you need to handle that balance course, jump on that balance course. I encourage it. And you can go to my website, arideafactory.com. Look, AR Idea Factory is everywhere. Okay. arideafactory.com. I forgot to have my little blinker, my little banner going. It's at the end. It's all right. But anyway, so that's what I challenge you with this week. Right. So yeah, it's going to eliminate the fact that the fact of feeling like you're a forever failure, and actually trying to prove yourself. So that is all I have. I am so excited. Again, if you need clarity on anything that you're doing, if you're feeling like you're failing, or if you set a goal this year and you did not reach it, I want you to attend my Do You in 2022 event that is going on in December. Early bird registration will end on October 29th, and those prices will go up. So you want to jump in there now before those prices go up. And the seats are moving, okay? It's only 25 seats. You want to get in there. Do You stands for desire change, open your mind, know your why for your goals, organize your thoughts, organize your goals and your thoughts. Understand that you need a plan to reach your goal. That's what Do You stands for. And the biggest part about that I really love is the idea that you can have the ability to organize your thoughts. If you're like me, you got multiple things going on, but there's so much that you want to achieve, but it feels like you're not getting anywhere. This is specifically for you just because it's going to help you organize it and achieve it. It's going to make it easy and simple for you. And all you have to do, I didn't upload it. So I am going to put it in the comment section, the link, and it's an Eventbrite link. That is all I have for you. Happy Monday. Have a great day. And again, I just speak life into your day and into your week. Until tomorrow, I will see you next time. Goodbye.